Would you be proud of yourself if you did this? You decide. I tell you the story right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 165. Chick. Yeah. So let's dive right into the story. Yes, 3 years ago, 2015, I get a phone call. Avi Ninio, my good friend, and he tells me that he's organizing the first salsa competition in Israel Latin Dance Cup, and he wanted me to participate and compete. Well, my first default answer was not really, because I had so many things in my priorities that I was already doing. We had a group, Algo Ritmos, yes, and we were performing abroad every 2 months or so. We had 3 rehearsals every week, each rehearsal 3 hours, and he was talking with me, doing a couple show, doing a solo show. So I knew for sure I won't do the couple show, because that will involve other people but myself, and I already have the group. But the solo show was I was a little bit more curious about that. But I needed to think about it, because I tell you the truth, I wasn't that excited about competing in Israel, and I knew how much it would take for me, and I never performed solo. So I went on a research. It took me, I think, at least 1 or 2 weeks, and I wanted to see how it is like in the World Cup. This Israel Latin Dance Cup was the first level before going to the World Cup. So I was researching the World Cup. I wanted to see who won last year and the year before that and the year before that. I wanted to see who lost that competition. I wanted to see everything there. It took me a while. I searched for all the videos online I can see just for that solo division that I was thinking about. And then I reached this conclusion. I understood that with the right amount of work and dedication, I could win the World Championship. It took me a while to understand that. I slept on it, I digested it, but once I understood that, I said, okay, I'm going for it. Meaning, I think it was around April 2015 or May 2015. I had like 3 months, 4 months till August 2015, which was the competition in Israel. 4 months after that, December 2015, it was the World Cup. I already decided I'm going for the World Cup, no matter what happens in Israel. So I started working on that. I dedicated every day, 6 hours every day. It took me so long to create the choreography. But remember, I was aiming for the World Cup, so I was creating a choreography that, in my eyes back then, was suitable to win the World Cup. So it needs to be very fast, it needs to be very challenging, etc., etc. I was creating the choreography while listening to the song with half the speed. So once I was able to do the half speed, then I need to make it faster and faster, and that was very, very challenging. I did that 6 hours a day, and so I was working like that for 3 months or so. I go to Israel competition. I wasn't well prepared because it was a bit too much for me, that choreography. Even though I was sure I'm going to win, I was wrong. I went 3rd place. I wasn't that devastated about that. I wasn't that devastated about that because I had I aimed for the World Cup. Then I took what I could from the judges in Israel. They were international judges, but I took their feedback. I saw the results. I made adjustments. I made changes. I kept working. And 4 months after that, I flew to Miami. Again, every day before that, 6 hours of practicing. And on top of that, we had 3 rehearsals every week for the group, 3 hours every time. So that was a lot for me. But I put everything. I felt complete about that. Doing what I can, being true to myself. Remember, this is the priority series. So I flew to Miami. I didn't think about, okay, it will be nice sightseeing in Miami. It was my first time in the US, but I didn't really care. I took a place that I rented a place, an apartment that I can also practice there. I was just focusing on practicing. I didn't care about going out in Miami, seeing that. I was really aimed to the goal. And we are still out of time, so I'll end this story in the next episode. But back to you. I want you to imagine yourself in my shoes, working there for a few good months, few hours every day, going for the World Cup, going for the Israel competition, not winning, going for the World Cup. Just before you step on stage, regardless of what is going to happen, regardless if I'm going to win, if I'm going to make it to the finals, if I'm going to fall down, whatever, regardless what is going to be in that competition, would you be proud of yourself? Putting yourself in my shoes back there in that story, would you be proud of yourself? Be honest with yourself. Ask this question. You can comment below what you think. Do this today. Let's meet tomorrow. I'll continue the story and I will tell you if I were proud in myself, regardless what's going to happen. So do this today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.